The modern era is the technology era, and all types of information is collected every second one browses for such purposes as advertisement relevance and security. However, with the possibility of access to this information being abused, how wary should one be? The answer lies in the ethics practiced by those who collect and manage information and their compliance with the law, but also the regulatory bodies which are responsible for overseeing these matters, though both have shown to be questionable. In the past few years, big data collection players like Google, Yahoo, and Nickelodeon have been found guilty of collecting data for profit illegally, quite alarming when considering Google's access to location and speech recognition. Mark Zuckerberg even admitted to collecting data from users without their knowledge or consent through Facebook during a recent questioning from congressmen and women. But many consider this just the tip of the iceberg, especially when the actions of government agencies regarding data collection are taken into account. Although openly communist governments, such as the Chinese government, have divulged their data collection of citizens for financial records and other purposes, some democratic governments are just as brazen. The Patriot Act, in contrast, a United States legislation which many argue is unconstitutional for its violation of the First and Fourth Amendment, allows the secret surveillance of U.S. citizens suspected of a crime, bypassing any required notice or law in certain situations, such as search warrants, and allowing further surveillance of anyone suspected of being a harmful foreign agent. Because even constitutional rights and democratic legislations are beginning to see bypassing, concern is growing over trust in freely using the internet or expressing free speech. In 2016, government officials attempted to exercise the authority of the Patriot Act through forcing Apple Incorporated to comply with unlocking a terrorist suspect's phone. Apple refused to comply, as the action would have forced Apple to create new coding and serve as a precedent for more types of data breaching. Yet the recent files exposed by whistleblower Edward Snowden reveal the rabbit hole goes much deeper. These files reveal the NSA uses the Patriot Act as a front to unlawfully collect, store, and piece together vast records from tens of millions of ordinary American citizens through Verizon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, and Yahoo, among others. The files also reveal the UK has a similar program, and the NSA conducts cyber warfare and spies on Chinese, South American, and European people, among others. So long as there is no concern over the intentions of such governments, many say, I don't mind. However, concern lies in potential corruption, as politicians are being more and more dependent and influenced from the money lobbied by big corporations. Google, Facebook, and Amazon alone lobbied over $40 million in 2017 alone. Time reports the company's lobbyists pressed lawmakers and the White House on several issues pertinent to the tech world, including advertising regulations, cybersecurity, free trade, and immigration. If degradation of regulation, further influence from lobbying corporations, ignorance, and exploitation of the law continue, it is certain more of the aforementioned exploitation of data will take place. Of course, some measures could be taken, such as covering device cameras or using methods which avoid any sort of tracking, like VPN or the Tails operating system, but one should always be wary of the data given through any piece of technology.